Listen, let's start with the most original question. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us what role did you play on your project?
Yeah. My name is Braeden Lambert. I was the director for this.
My name's Nathan Lambert. I'm the artist with the music and the picture.
My name is Robert Valentine. I was the cinematographer and the editor.
My name is Tyler Heydon. I was a cinematographer and producer of the big picture.
Nice, thank you. Well, I have to say that I think it's the runtime for your music video is like 9 minutes, which someone might say is a pretty long time. But I honestly, I didn't notice how the time just flew by because I was just so captivated with the visuals and the music. I just thought it's amazing. It's so stunning. So I would like to ask you, what is the inspiration behind this music video?
I mean, truthfully, we don't like doing music videos for the most part.
Oh wow, they forced you?
No. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of music videos personally. And we've talked about that. But Talking Heads, they have like a whole live set. Everyone knows. I don't know if you can hear me. Sorry. Talking Heads, they have Stop Making Sense. It's like a live show that's in theaters and stuff. And that was a big inspiration. We were like, okay, we don't like music videos necessarily, but what if we did like a live set? And so that was kind of the main inspiration behind that. Yeah.
So how did you guys get together? So you're an artist who created the music?
Yeah. I'm the artist that made the music. We're all friends and we grew up mostly together. It's my brother here, so we kind of all have our own lane of art, if you will. And we've always tried to make something kind of in a hybrid sense of, my brother's a writer, kind of director. These guys are filmmakers, cinematographers. So I feel like a music video kind of, in the title it says music, just focuses on music videos. So we're trying to put something together that best represented all of us. And that's just kind of how it happened. This was a pretty on the gun, kind of on the fly project. I think we did this in a week, 2 weeks. Yeah, so shot it in one night. Yeah.
Started when the sun went down.
Started when the sun went down. Yeah. Finished when the sun came up. So yeah.
How did you? Well, I've seen many times when people use projection in many locations, but I've never seen it used in the desert, projected on the cliff or on the rock.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it's such a great idea. It gave me this out of this world vibe, and the texture. I'm talking about the texture of the cliff, which is funny, but the texture of the cliff just gave, I know, just added so much to the imagery. So could you talk a little bit about that? The projection. How did you find the location?
Yeah, so we're from Seattle, so we actually shot this out in Deming around Mount Baker, which is out in Washington. So we shot this up at the top of Mount Baker near Artist Point.
Did you get a permit?
No. But we talked to the ski patrol and like the people who like maintain the area though. They were cool with it. Yeah, it was a pretty short conversation. Can we do this? Yeah, go ahead.
Nice. And you said that it was just one night. And was music recorded live or was it pre-recorded?
It was a bit of a mix. It was a bit of a mix. It was a little difficult because it was kind of windy up there, and it was hard getting our audio correct. So we did a few takes. Mr. Jackson over there raising his hand, also part of the music. We just did a bunch of takes and kind of spliced it together, which is kind of what you saw. I think we started at maybe 6 p.m. and ended at 6 a.m.
Oh wow.
I also want to add like the visuals and stuff. This guy was putting it together on the drive up to the mountain. So like we literally did this last second.
Oh, you mean all the
Like
videos?
literally
all
everything. Yeah, there was a plan, obviously, like we talked about it for a bit.
There's always a plan.
But like it's live, you know, so we wanted it to feel, oh, it's
So
live,
it's-
like whatever happens, happens. You know?
So it was live on the internet or?
No, like it's a live set, so like they were really performing it, you know.
Oh,
like we didn't tell them, okay, you're gonna stand here
Okay.
when the missile goes off, like blah blah blah.
Oh.
No. Like they're really performing it. for a 3-man audience, but like it was just really important to get the essence of like a live set there.
Oh, that's awesome. And the projection was always there, the idea. How did that come to your mind? And to put it in somewhere in the desert, in the mountains.
We've done stuff in the past that we never released that had to do with projections, because honestly, like, I'm a little lazy, don't want to do a lot of post-production work. So we're like, well, what if we just use a projector and put it there? So it's all in camera. So that kind of started that idea, and then we're like, man. So since we're from Seattle, like, there's a lot of nature everywhere. There's a lot of tech. So like, it's a very big fusion of the two. So we're like, okay, no screen. Let's just put the projector on nature. And it kind of plays into the theme of things, but that's really where that came from.
Nice. And the video samples that you chose for the projection, how did you choose them? Is there some sort of a message that you wanted to convey to the audience, a feeling to create? Could you talk a little bit about that?
I don't know if we'll give away the message, obviously.
You don't have to.
I don't think art should be
I
necessarily
agree.
explained.
I agree.
But there's a bigger picture. Yeah. I don't necessarily want to explain it. Maybe my brother can. It's his project.
I don't know, I think just at the time, we were talking a lot about just social media and a lot of the things that we're kind of fed, and the new term for it now is, I think, brain rot, or just kind of a lot of stuff. And I think just the time we had made this, kind of feeling a bit overwhelmed with what was happening in the world, and just kind of wanted to figure out a way to translate that onto screen. Really the best way I could say, you know.
I think we spent maybe like a day, maybe 2, just collecting videos and clips we liked, and then we didn't really have a format for how we wanted it to come together, but we knew the feeling that we wanted to get across, and yeah, that was.
Yeah, you guys all said it perfectly. This project was really fun to do because, like you said, it was very last minute. Done visuals at the top of the mountain, overnight with homies, and it was freezing. It got cold up there. We're on top of the mountain all night. Yeah, I don't know. I think everything just kind of came together in the very end, and it worked out really nice.
And what was the most challenging part in terms of cinematography, to shoot it at night with the projection in the cold?
You can probably notice that there's rocks all over the ground because we're on a mountain. We didn't really clear like a space for us to do anything. We kind of just, I think the one thing we put down was like an emergency blanket, and other than that, it was just walking over rocks in the dark. That was probably the most challenging part. Yeah, that and like
No injuries, I hope?
no, one of them we almost like twisted ankle maybe, but I think we came out good. Yeah.
Nice, that's good to hear. Just one last question before I open it to the audience. You mentioned that you experimented with the projection before, but you just didn't release it. Do you want to keep experimenting with that? Do you think it can be expanded, or some other things can,
Yeah, for sure. We are working on a short film right now, and we just started funding. We're pretty close to finishing pre-production on that. So we're gonna do something I've never personally seen the projector we use for in film. And then we're doing another project for his debut project. It's like kind of like a short film, but also album visualizer. We'll be using the projector in a cool way as well.
Wow.
But I don't want to reveal what it is.
All right, well, we can't wait to see it. Do we have any questions from the audience? Don't be shy. It's a well-known fact that filmmakers love talking about their work. Okay, I'll ask then. If you don't want to ask any questions, I have one more question for you. Well, actually, I have to tell you that we don't have an award ceremony at Film Invasion LA, but we do tell you if you won an award at your screening. So I have this little thing that tells me that I have to congratulate you with the Grand Jury Award for Best Music Video. Congratulations. All right, just one last question before I let you go. The music industry and film industry are probably one of the hardest industries or professions that you can choose, especially now. I think that American film industry is not in its best shape, so I'm curious to ask you, why do you still invest money and time into making movies and making music? Why not listen to your parents and choose a more stable profession?
That's a big question. I think, speaking to the parent part, my parents actually were never trying to push us in any direction. They just wanted us to follow what we enjoyed, and I think we've always kind of stuck to that. The cool part is being brothers kind of in two different fields. I think we feed off of each other, and friends just like brothers as well, you know? We kind of all feed off each other in different forms, so I don't really have a clear-cut answer. I think we're just doing what we love, because, you know, life's short, I guess. Niche answer.
I mean, personally, I feel like I have a call to do it, so it would be wrong to not do it. Love film so much. You said it's not in the world's best state, but I still think there's great filmmakers out there. And it's a disservice to not continue it. So, you know, even if we don't make money at it, if we enjoy it, you gotta still do it. So that's why I do it personally.
Yeah, just genuine appreciation, love for the art. I don't really know what else I would be doing if it wasn't this. So, yeah, and big shout outs like my family for always supporting me and all that stuff. So, yeah.
I mean, technically, we've all gone to high school together. We met in high school. Met pretty much these guys in film class too. It's the only class I really enjoy because we got to make stuff. Got good grades for it. Yeah, that kind of just honestly pushed me even through college. Living in Seattle, I went to school out in Savannah, Georgia. These guys were always there pushing me to do my best too. So it's been a good loop of a process working with these guys. That's what really pushes me.
Awesome, thank you. I think it's a great place for us to end. Thank you guys, thank you, we're very excited.